Hey there, thank you so much for joining me. Happy March 1st. Welcome to March Madness 2019. I actually filmed this week's March Madness video exercise drop a little bit earlier, and sadly, I neglected to put in the roll over. Oh, bad Pilates teacher. So just watch the video all the way through, and at the end, I'll include the segment on the roll over. So if I look a little confused, that's why. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the rollover. Hey there, thank you for coming back to my channel. Today is a special day. We are about to embark on March Madness 2019. So, are you ready for the madness? Oh, I am. And I thought this year that I would drop this video on March 1st. Today is March 1st, 2019 when you're watching this video. And today's exercise is the 100. And I'm going to drop a video every Friday in March with kind of like a foreshadowing of what's to come in the week of March Madness. So today's video will include days 1 through 7, which takes us to next Thursday, the 7th of March. And then on Friday the 8th, I'll drop another video with the next week's videos all the way, or the next week's exercises all the way to the 14th of March. So, and beware the Ides of March, because I just noticed that what falls on the Ides of March? The neck pull. I don't know. Anyway, so more on that later. But today we're going to talk about the 100, the roll up, the one leg circle, rolling back, which is the original name of rolling like a ball, the one leg stretch, the double leg stretch, and I think that's it. 100, roll up, one leg circle, rolling back, one leg stretch, two leg stretch. Yes. So I thought with these exercises, I would give you some ideas of various versions of the exercises that may suit you so that you can take the day's exercise to work on what your body needs. And especially with these exercises at the top of the sequence, there's lots of versions of them depending on where you are in your body and in your practice. As we get toward the latter exercises at the end of the month, we're going to be sharing more tips and strategies of how to wrangle the exercise, because there's not really like a basic version of the side kicks kneeling. So sadly, or we'd all choose that. So without any more chatting, let's look at today's exercise, perhaps everyone's favorite exercise, but you know, I do love the 100, and I'll try to share a little bit about why I love it today. Let's get down properly. I usually cross the right leg in front, so today I'm going to cross the left leg in front, lift my waistline, press and reach all the lower body into the mat, and lie all the way down onto the mat. So in Joseph Pilates' book, Return to Life, the version of the exercise that he suggests is the feet 2 inches off the mat, which is a great version of the exercise, but maybe that's not for you. It's perfectly acceptable to leave the legs on the mat and do the exercise. Sometimes that's not super basic because it might cause this to work extra hard, and if this doesn't want to work extra hard, it might make this work extra hard. So see how it feels in your back and your neck to see if this version might be best for you. And then let's go back a little bit and take it to the very, very most accessible version of the 100, which would be feet on the mat, head on the mat, doing the exercise. Breathe in for 5 pumps, and out for 5 pumps. And then I'll just incrementally build in each element. This is also acceptable. This is also acceptable. And then pretty much anywhere in between this and 2 inches. Woo, that was a whirlwind tour of the 100. So now, choose one that's best for you today, and we're off to a good start of March Madness 2019. More info and also the list of exercises will be in the info box below, as well as a link to more information about it and the creator, Benjamin Degenhardt. Hey! And now let's move on to tomorrow's exercise, the roll-up. The roll-up may start out very much not rolling up, but actually rolling downward. So this can be one's very first roll-up. Sometimes we call this the half roll down. And then the half roll down can turn into the all the way roll down. That's not its official name, I suppose. And actually, if you haven't visited these versions of the exercise in some time, they're quite interesting with your fancy Pilates teacher, expert Pilates practitioner skills, if you have those. This is the next version. This is the next version. Of course, if you have a strap, that's extra, extra gravy. And then finally, with a pole. Oh, okay. Moving on, the one leg circle. Strap if you have it. The one leg circle, actually, going back to the basic one leg circle, just a tiny little circle, keeping the body very, very still, which turns into a bigger circle, keeping the body really still, which eventually straightens this leg too. And there's a nice version too where you get to bring the leg in each time and stretch up a little bit. And then the small circle over time can build to the big Joseph Pilates one side corkscrewy sort of circle, just like in Return to Life. One more. And then rolling back, aka rolling like a ball. So there's the balance, or the balance. Stay precarious, my friends. And then there's a little bit of rocking. And then the ball gets smaller. And maybe the ball gets even smaller. And then maybe you don't even use your hands and you do something really kind of mean to yourself. And then there's also the rock around the clock version. I'm just going to do a little bit. Don't fall off the mat. And then you got to go back the other way. So if you have a lot of time on rolling like a ball day or rolling back day, you got lots of options. Oh, and my favorite rolling like a ball variation, rolling like a ball to stand up. Woo! It helps stick the landing. Roll like a ball. Stand up. Roll like a ball. Stand up. Even roll like a ball. Stand up, jump. Roll like a ball. Stand up, jump. Woo. Roll like a ball. Wow, so you've got a lot of options on rolling like a ball day. It's a good one. So now let's look at the one leg circle. Sorry. One leg stretch. There's a little scramble in my brain now. Okay, so the basic, super basic one leg stretch. And if you really do it so that nothing changes in the trunk area, your powerhouse. So the bottom is working, the stomach is working, you're resisting lifting that leg to your chest. Oh, it's killer. It's actually quite a nice version. So after that, and after that, and then eventually long and away from you. There's also a little bicycle-y version, which is nice to do hanging yourself off the wonder chair, so you get a nice below level opening of your hip and thigh. That is the one leg stretch, also called single leg pull. Now let's do the double leg stretch, also called double leg pull. Kind of goes through the same progression. And then everything starts reaching a little bit further away from center. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for next Friday's March Madness 2019 drop, and we'll talk about the exercises from day 8 to day 14. Let me know how you do in the comments. What's your favorite day? Which exercises did you pick? Which version of the exercises did you pick? And have a great day doing the 100. Bye, thank you so much. Hi, it's me, Supplemental Appendix A for the rollover. Welcome to day 3 of March Madness. Let's talk about the exercise, the rollover. So you've done your 100 and the roll up, and now we have the rollover. So you've done a nice big warm up, you've stretched out one way, and now we're gonna stretch out the other way. And if the rollover is a new-ish exercise to you, make sure that you know that rollover doesn't mean it has to have your feet on the mat behind you. The rollover is really any amount of lifting of the lower body up and over the upper body. And so that's what we're going to work on, the control of that lift, not necessarily ending up with your feet over your head. So let's take a look at it. You've just done your roll-up. If you have handles, you can have your arms on the handles for the rollover. So let's just talk about, I'm going to do what we're talking about. So today's exercise is the rollover. So you're going to lift over, open the legs, and roll down. And then lift the bottom, open, and roll down. One more, and roll down. And then you're going to reverse. Lift, and down. And if you're in the habit of swinging your legs, there's a really nice variation you can do to kind of take out any momentum. You can pause in each direction when your legs are at 90 degrees. So you would open, lift, together, roll down, pause, continue, open, lift, together, roll down, pause, and then you would finish the exercise. So that little pause in there is a nice way, if you're used to kind of barreling through that exercise or using momentum, it's a nice little check for yourself to see if what's exactly getting you up and over there. So I'll throw that out to you. And then if this is a newish exercise, you can have your arms here. If you have handles, you'll put them here. And then you can just use control and lift as much as you can, open, and roll down. And lift, and roll down. I'm going to do it once more in this direction. And it might be that as you get going, you get a little more lift on the latter ones, maybe, as you get more warm. It is the top of the workout. Lift and roll down. And use that pressing the heels together to really cultivate the bottom that lifts you. And roll down. So those are my tips for the roll over. And have a lovely third day of March Madness doing the roll over. And I will see you all month long. Thanks again for watching. Bye. Because if you're over here, you basically, to close the carriage, you gotta pull in and up. Yes. Yeah, see, so it's harder. I can't do it. So,